Hello, my friends. Welcome back. It's episode 20. There's going to be a lot of discussion about the next mission here and my past history with this game. So if you're not interested in watching an episode with no action, as it were, this is going to be basically another inventory management episode because it needs to be done. And also I need to set up for the next mission. But I hope that many of you will listen along and find at least what I have to say interesting on my history with this game and the mission that's coming up now, because it's sort of brought to a head many of the issues that I had with this game when I played it back in the day, and the reason why I never finished it. Now, I did finish the next mission. The next mission is Quincy. I believe. I'm pretty sure it's Quincy, which is a mission that sticks infamously in my mind. We can double check that by going and listening to the mission briefing, as we usually do. But this mission sort of brings to a head one of my major issues with the game.
At ease, warrior. Recently, the township of Quincy has petitioned the Brotherhood for protection from a large group of savages called Beast Lords. This threat is unique because their raiding parties include various monsters from the wasteland, most notably the deadly Deathclaw. The mayor's assistant, Arlene Turling, warned us that these beast lords have taken over certain parts of Quincy and are using hostages to ensure they have control over the rest of the town. We believe that Mayor Hillary Eastwood is among those captured. Your mission is to rescue the mayor and assist in dealing with the beast lords. Saving the mayor is your first priority. After that, you may decide on how best to neutralize the beast lords' hold on the town. Remember, we want Quincy to be an ally to the Brotherhood, so keeping the town as unscathed as possible is of high priority. One more thing. Quincy is home to both humans and ghouls. While most of our elders believe ghouls are almost our equals, I do not agree. Either way, experience has taught me that racial tensions will be present in the town. Ensure that your squads remain focused in the face of such distractions. Dismissed.
Okay. So the first thing about this mission is, if you want to get the highest Brotherhood rank, you actually have to just rescue the mayor and the mayor's daughter and then just leave. And you'll miss out on some stuff by doing that. Nothing, I would say, too important or too serious, but you'll miss out on an early Metal Armored Mark II. You'll miss out on Neosted shotgun, which is not the best shotgun, but it's definitely a step up from the pump action, and remains a very decent weapon against unarmored targets. And you'll miss out on a like a World War II machine gun that, for whatever reason, has better stats than the entirely more modern and superior MP5, because that makes sense. But hey. But that's not what particularly bothers me about the mission. What really bothers me about the mission is that there's this room, and I just remember it vividly, where you are supposed to rush the room, kill all the hostage takers, and then very quickly disarm a load of traps. And it is, much like the critical system, it is totally RNG as to whether you'll successfully pull that off or not. Even on normal difficulty. And I can't remember, but I think if you try and do it in turn-based mode, because when I first played this game, I played it diligently in turn-based mode because that's what I enjoy. There is a timer that appears that counts down, And I think that timer still, if I remember correctly, that timer still counts down even if you're in turn-based mode. It's not like going down, you know, each turn is 10 seconds or whatever. It literally is just a countdown timer, which means that if you're in turn-based mode, your DPS, no matter how quickly you input your moves, your DPS is going to be 1,000,000 times lower than if you're in real time. And it's just another kick in the teeth for a game that has turn-based mode as an afterthought, even when the original game was a turn-based game. By the way, this Desert Eagle, I believe, is the best 44 type shooting weapon in the game. I don't know if you'll ever find them, though. Right, okay. Right, we'll talk about loadout later. I know what we'll do. Seem to have found an extra toolkit somewhere. I'm never gonna do melee characters. They're not good enough. There are way too many threats that are superior in melee to human characters anyway. From rad scorpions to death claws. Just don't fight in melee as a human in Fallout. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily sell any of those. Might put those in a weapon locker. Its rad resistance is minus 15% now. I guess everyone's coming off the effects of Rad-X. Okay, I'm just making sure that he's close enough to do quartermaster stuff without any help from me. Don't think we'd ever use the explosive trap for anything. Maybe I will keep the Browning High Power for this next mission. I think that is also a solid 45 weapon. I actually don't have a lot of stuff here that I want to sell, necessarily. So sitting on a sitting on a vast sitting on a vast quantity of okay, she's already cleared stim packs. Will I sell those? Probably not. That's so funny. Let's get rid of the old Stargate reference gun. And you know, you've got stuff like flash grenades, right? But you would never be able to use them because you would need several characters who are amazing at throwing to guarantee that they would work in that hostage situation. And then that doesn't slow down the timer that's going to cause the bombs to go off. So it doesn't help you in any... It really, in any capacity, does not help you. I have like a locker full of AK-47s, if I remember correctly. Although I do like the idea of one day going on a jolly with a load of grenades. It's extra lockpicks. I think that's extra lockpicks. Just make sure I haven't accidentally given away my lockpicks. Okay, I have actually accidentally given away my lockpicks, so... Right, okay, so before we do any purchasing, let's go and put these weapons in a locker so we can make decisions. I don't think that the vehicle has infinite... I don't think that the vehicle has infinite capacity either. We can certainly test it though. I don't know why these radiation pills have been separated like this either. It's kind of weird. For whatever reason, they won't stack. I actually have so much high quality healing items that I really don't need to carry those around either. They could be useful. Okay, let's just put his shotgun down for now. You are not a doctor. I think we'll go and stick those grenades in the grenade drawer. Okay. Stitch is my man. It's got the healing plan. And should carry the doctoring. All doctoring, apart from first aid. Because Stein's better at it. I guess it doesn't really matter who carries this stuff, but maybe I will just keep all the drugs on Stitch as well, and all the healing items, all the food. Apart from I keep a few stim packs on the main character for the purposes of solo missions. But Stitch has got good carry weight at 175 anyway. Okay, and then... Right, let's go and put these away. I think the grenade locker is the second one. I'll just check. Okay, it's this one. But yeah, it's the kind of flaws of the turn-based system really kind of show up in this mission, and it, you know, along with other frustrations in the game, it does indeed grind you down. Stitch is my repair guy as well, isn't he? Who actually has the toolkit? I just have the one toolkit and it's with Stone. For some reason. It's kind of odd. I could potentially move those toolkits into the vehicle, actually. Okay, he hit level level 6, and I haven't spent his points. We'll slowly build up his big guns, because that's what he'll be doing at some point. I mean, for combat characters, it's sneak, big, and small guns for everybody. It's unavoidable. Because both ammunition concerns and the early game will pretty much ensure that, and then one other weapon, big energy, whatever, or just stick with small guns forever, like Farsight being a sniper. So the only characters that are actually going to ever be of any interest is the main character and. Oh, I still need to get his doctor to 60. But that's okay, that perk doesn't come until level 12. We're very far away from that. But that's it. It's just for a perk skill check. Anyway, everyone's doctor is up to like 30% so far. Yeah, so we won't have any trouble hitting the requisite 60 doctor in time. But yeah, for most characters it's going to be small guns into energy, or it's going to be small guns into large guns, or into big guns, if you will, plus sneak. Now eventually you'll have your sneak at probably 100% for everybody. You have one lockpicker, and I use the main character for that purpose. Mainly out of convenience, if I'm honest, because when you have all the characters selected and you click on a box, the character who's going to run at the box is your main character. So it's honestly a convenience thing more than anything else. And then Stitch for utility. Stitch will eventually find himself not on the front line. He will eventually find himself just sat at the entrance to missions to hold stuff, or just following along to heal after the battle is over. Right, so now we have to set up for this mission. Let's double check if there's any toolkits in here. Ah, okay, they're in here. Makes sense. Try and see if we can get Stitch's repair up as well before we have to repair this vehicle again. I think once he hits level 7, I can bring up that repair skill. We'll be good to go. 90 barter seems reasonable enough. More would be good, obviously, but... I got 40 JHP. Okay, so what we have to deal with now is that in Quincy, what you're also going to be dealing with is hordes of beast lords and death claws, baby death claws, and they are considered unarmored. So what you actually want is fast firing, like handguns or SMGs with anti-personnel ammunition. Using the M16s would be nice as well, but that ammunition is actually expensive and rare. I mean, he's got 1,000 of it now, but it will disappear very quickly. What am I doing? What am I doing? So this is the moment where you really want to actually consider buying anti-personnel munitions. So, flechette shotgun shells. We've got to be really careful about how we use them though, because we've got hostage situations, so we could end up blowing away the hostages with them. I'm going to buy the additional shotgun shells anyway, because I know I've got a shotgun upgrade coming up. AP is not what we want. We want the exact opposite of AP. So the AP ammo can just sit there. It's not going to be of any utility to us. Probably be wise to buy this ammunition now, while we have the chance. That's going to be... Well, actually, I think you'll hold on to it for a while, so... I mean, it still leaves me with 8 grand. Okay. So, we'll have our trusty hunting rifle as our primary weapon for everybody, as usual. Useful for picking off enemies. But then what we need to decide on is what secondary weapon we're going to have to deal with the Deathclaw menace just running at us. I actually think the Sig Saucer is probably a fine choice. I have 48 JHP available for it for desperate situations. Okay, pretty standard ammunition loadout here. Now, once again, the AK-47. It's a decent weapon, of course, but we're going to want something that is going to really hurt. Oh, that's actually 9mm. That's interesting. I don't remember it being 9mm. Okay, it's actually not a very good weapon, so never mind. And I don't have more I'll sell that, actually. Another 44 revolver. Is that 44 or 45? .45. Let's give her the 45. You know, amusingly, it's only 3 AP to fire it. Once again, this is ammunition that is very solidly on the lines of doing additional... I know it to do additional damage to unarmored targets, even though the game doesn't really say it. But it definitely seems that it does. Okay, so everyone's going to have a handgun that's specifically going to be for powering down unarmored targets. Okay, as is tradition for Stitch, you are in the vehicle, right? No. I'm like, huh, that's weird. As is tradition for Stitch, we're going to go with shotgun. Let's go ahead and put those away for now. We're not going to need our... you know, clearly the best weapons I have right now are the M16 and the M14, but we're not going to need those for this mission. It's not really cost effective or wise to bring these along to a mission where all the enemies are going to be unarmored and have massive HP. Actually, we will just run the flechettes. Let's put 169 of these away. We don't need that much ammo. In fact, I think that's probably plenty. Right. We do have some 44. And I do have a 44 revolver. We actually have very little 44 ammunition. It does have the ability to just say no. As you can see here, 14 to 21 damage. It's really solid damage for 2 AP. Of course, because he's got fast shot. So yeah, he's gonna be able to power down the enemy. Obviously we'll keep his MP5 on hand because this is not much ammunition. I guess if I run this on burst or run this pump action. Okay. And we'll have Stitch just go ahead and sell the Colt 45. I'm pretty sure that revolver is better for whatever reason. The game's weapon stats have got nothing to do with reality. Yep. The revolver does more damage. I guess the Colt 45 has the advantage that it's got triple fire and slightly more range. And more ammunition capacity. It does do less damage. And it costs more to fire. Yeah, I would say on reflection that the revolver is definitely the better weapon. Okay, so these two can go. These will be useful later on. My Jeep is very low on HP as well. So we'll bring some kits along in case I'm forced to repair it before stitch levels. Okay, off you go. What do we got in here? Yeah, this is all AP is not useful for this mission, so it's pointless to even consider it. Big piles of handgun ammunition, but I don't think we're going to need it for a long time. You know, once again, at any time you can go out into the wastelands and do the random encounters and just cheese the crap out of this game. There are a lot of amazing weapons out there that are hidden away in special encounters that you can find very quickly and very easily. All you gotta do is get your outdoorsman to like 80% and then just go out there for a ride. Oh, speaking of which, those explosives we can probably take to that previous mission to get microfusion cells if we want them. Okay, I did put away some weapons for trading. It's good to have money, but it's also good to have weapons that have high value to trade with people who don't rip you off like the quartermaster. Okay, alright. I think we're all good to go. Okay, I don't want to do all that inventory management again in case we bump into something stupid. Do you wish to encounter beast lords? No. No.
At ease, warrior. Recently, the...
Okay, so here we are, one of the most frustrating missions. In the game. And the issue is... I think it's this building here. I think you can come in from above. Is it this building though? I don't. It might be this one. There's basically a hostage situation, and you go down into the basement, and you're under immense pressure to clean out the beastmen before they kill everybody. Just make sure we are on squad turn-based. Fortunately, if we don't have the vehicle to deal with, then we can play turn-based. But as I said before, I think it's got some issues.
Thank goodness you're finally here. Those dreadful savages have captured the mayor. She's being held in a large house in front of us. That building contains the warning siren for the town. If that siren sounds, the Beast Lords have threatened to kill all of their hostages. Understand that you must free Hillary first. As mayor, she's the only one with the key to disable the siren. But be careful. There are at least 2 savages in the same room with her.
Okay. Can we actually... I don't think we can go anywhere else at this early phase. You can, for your own amusement, you can go and stand in that puddle until you melt. There's some quite funny animations in this game. Yeah, so you're railroaded into freeing the mayor first. Oh, okay. So, just setting up for the next episode where we'll actually play this through. And Stitch, I think, will sit out for this first bit because it's stealth. I think everyone else is up to a reasonable amount of stealth now. 30, it's not great. 85, it's pretty solid. Obviously not Stitch, he's the utility guy. 67, it's not bad. 21, so we do have a way to go for a few of our characters. Oh, I totally forgot what I was going to say. It's like the most important thing, and I've forgotten. Oh yeah. If you just rescue the mayor and leave, because you're... I think I actually mentioned this at the start of the episode, I don't know, maybe I'm losing the plot. But basically, if you just rescue the mayor and leave, this is going over what I said at the beginning of the episode, then the Brotherhood will like you more because Quincy's a big racist. So rescuing the other inhabitants, which mostly consists of ghouls and people who are not considered pure by Quincy's standards, you're basically hampering your development with the Brotherhood by doing it. And if you have low charisma, which you will do if you build your character properly, unless you're building it with 8 charisma for divine intervention. If you're doing the whole 8 charisma, 10 perception build, that's going to mean that you are going to struggle for a while to unlock more Brotherhood perks. So, you know, it's a frustrator. Because, effectively, what you should do is get the couple of key items that are really worth having, like the shotgun and the armor, and just leave all the content. just leave the game's content alone and just go ahead and quit the mission early to please the Brotherhood. Which... Why in a game's design would you encourage your players to not play the game? To not explore the content? Why would you be like, yeah, so the optimal thing to do is to just ignore 80-90% of the game's content and just do this one little thing and leave? Like, why would you do that? Why would you encourage that? It frustrated me when I was young to do this whole mission perfectly, clean it all out, spend ages doing it, and then find that, yeah, you know, great job, but we're going to forever penalize you in the ranks of the Brotherhood for rescuing the ghouls, for example. There are like, I think 2 or 3 objectives in this mission that basically improve your karma, but degrade your reputation with the Brotherhood. And yeah, we are coming up to the point now, which is as far as I played this game. And I believe I also completed the Springfield mission and one other mission. And I think I stopped at Bunker Charlie, and that was it. I didn't play anymore after that. So, and as always, you know, belaboring the point, but at any time after the first mission, you can just go out into the wastes with an outdoorsman character and find the special encounters and become insanely OP. Find the Brahmin poker and get 30,000 caps, and then find the guy who has the poison gun, and then use the poison gun to poison the merchants in the random encounters and take all their stuff, and literally be end game ready to go after the very first mission, and you're like level 2. And you can then storm your way through the game with one character, power armored to the nines and with a Vindicator minigun. And because EXP is split amongst characters, you will level at an absolutely insane rate. Even more so if you turn on the tough guy / Iron Man mode. And then yeah, you can just dawdle your way through the whole game. Like, who thought that was a good idea? They must have known that it would be possible to cheese the game in this way. But anyway, I don't know, it frustrates me as a game designer. But hey, that is it for now. I hope those of you who enjoy chats on game design and chats on gaming in general enjoyed this episode. But join me next time and we will struggle our way through a stealth mission in a game that's not really suited for it, if you ask me, but hey. Right, and I'll see you guys next time.